This has been getting a pretty polarizing reaction. The Woman in the Yard is the latest venture from Blumhouse, and I thought it was a fairly decent horror film, but one where I understand why it's gotten such a polarizing reaction. Danielle Deadwyler stars as a grieving widow and mother of two. She's just trying to raise her kids in a remote country home. She's dealing with a very tough injury that limits her, and one day a woman with a black veil over her face just appears in the yard. Initially, simple questions arise. Is she an unstable patient from a nearby nursing home who's gotten lost? But as she gets closer and closer to the house, delivering some pretty cryptic messages in the process, it becomes apparent she may very well be a threat to the family. This does take a certain typical approach that particular films in the genre take today, a very slow build-up that leads to an intense third-act climax, but being complemented by great cinematography and what I thought were 4 really great performances from its central cast, I found myself pretty engaged and invested. It even had some pretty decent jump scares, but it's also what this film is going to thematically, which in the end could prove to be a bit sensitive for certain viewers, so I do understand, and for that reason I would say tread carefully, but I also went into this very blindly. I hadn't even seen a trailer for it. And notably for director Jaume Collet Serra, this is taking him back to his very atmospheric, horror-driven roots. His last 3 ventures weren't very memorable. Jungle Cruise for Disney, Black Adam for DC, and Carry On for Netflix. This is definitely, in my opinion, a big pick-me-up for the filmmaker again.